Hey detectives, welcome to the crew. I'm Sealor Agenda, and this is my Let's Play of Disco Elysium. So, if I recall correctly, we just searched this truck over here that belonged to the missing extra hardy boy, who was a woman. And now, we are... well, there's several people we need to go talk to, potentially. I think. We need to talk... we can report to Joyce about the drug trade, or we can find our bloody badge. We need to talk to this guy after 2100. We have to try to establish authority in Titus's eyes. I don't know if that's going to work. We also... here's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to go talk to Evrart Claire. And we're going to see... first of all, we're going to report that we did him a favor. And maybe that will get some information out of him. And second of all, we know a little bit about his drug operation now. Assuming it doesn't get us killed, we might be able to use that to blackmail him a little bit. You still just hanging in here, buddy? Anything new with you?
Right to work!
Nope.
Right!
Nothing new with him. As he stabbed. How about you, Manana?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
That weasel I visited, turns out he has a hell of a colonial mug collection.
Yeah, the janitor who gave me the key to his apartment said the guy's a bit of an asshole.
Yeah, it certainly represented, antiquated social
Like I
values.
said before, I don't know much about this weasel, but the bossman said he's a real piece of work. Thanks for helping out, friend.
Alright, good talking to you. Gotta run. It's probably the bloody soldier or something, honestly. Oh wait, this is not the way. This thing. Or can I go in and out the gate now? No, I don't think I can. Whatever, we're going in and out this way. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Fair enough.
No trouble at all, mister.
Alright, that's it. It killed us multiple times last time, so let me take a quick save. What's up, Evrart?
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Yeah, alright. I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along. One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Really, Evrart?
We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you can't cooperate with her because you and I are such good friends and I helped you get the body down. And I'm helping you find your gun. I'm not a jealous guy.
Right. What happened to the last negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
I heard he made concessions for the company. Why'd you let him go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
Alright.
Empty all your barrels on me, Harry.
Joyce said he vanished under mysterious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting.
I see.
Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
That doesn't seem likely.
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any castle.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
I see.
This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Why haven't you talked to
If
Joyce?
she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
I told her I met
It's
you.
perfectly okay. Even if you've told her everything we've talked about, it's absolutely fine.
Alright, let's
Of
try
course,
something else.
Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
Well, he'll probably only tell
I
me
have
things
no
that he
interest in what she is doing.
doesn't care
but
to
I
hide.
myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret. Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock.
That
Tell
is
her
pretty
how
cool.
overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
I see.
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Yeah. So I opened that door you asked me to.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
I may have gone inside and seen a collection of racist mugs.
Just as I thought. Culturally antiquated mug collection. What a weasel. Pissing on Evrart's Rainbow Coalition.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Excellent.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
I see. Oh, should I just blame the racist guy? I've heard a connection between the lynching and the strike. Do you know anything about it, Evrart?
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps.
I kind of love having the flashlight out at all times. Just, who has the moral advantage now, Evrart? So I blast you in the eyes with this. Alright, I'm listening.
Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A
Not
security
unbelievable.
contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts, hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry.
Probably
Everything
true.
they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on now, you have an elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality are very real.
Okay, go
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
on. He laughs. Wait, they moved the container?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it. But enough
see.
about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of
Whatever
them
the other
got
two.
downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
This does seem like it might be true.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
So who exactly did the pushing?
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
It does.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
It's vigilantism at best.
So the idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic
Wait for it.
fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
I see.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Somehow I don't think Titus said anything about socialist democratic fervor.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
He places a
Sure
lot of
did.
faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error. Anyway,
Not sure it is. She seemed pretty competent. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping I mean, this is pretty obvious.
How do
really.
I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do.
No, I'm pretty much 100% confident also that they were hired by the shipping company. Who else would have done it?
Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
By the company somehow,
You said
yes.
it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Yeah, Krenel this time. Could have been Sediment before. They like to rebrand.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
Yeah, you're pretty smart, Var. I mean, you're an asshole. Pretty smart. Lawyer girl?
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Yeah.
wait. The girl by the whirling, who was keeping an eye on you. Is he talking about her?
You sent her to spy on me disguised as a gardener.
I did that, didn't I? She thinks of herself as a guerrilla fighter. These middle-class kids and the books they read are crazy, Harry. I think she would rather be an insurgent than a lawyer. I hope it's a phase.
Right. What can you tell me about Titus Hardy?
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
Right. I don't suppose you'd ask them to cooperate with
But
me?
of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Don't think this is
Also,
gonna
Harry,
work, but...
here's 5 real.
That's alright, I don't need it. I just needed the help with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
It only takes so many mugs per day before we're so many bribes per day before we're officially corrupt, guys. Few bribes, not really corrupt, it's fine. Ask about the mug, I guess?
Racist mugs in the trash and in the apartment? You guys are just light years ahead of me.
Yeah, he planted that mug like 90%.
I have so much confidence in the ability of your organization. I'm relieved you're doing this and leaving me to do what I do best. Helping people. With the power of politics.
Yes, yes. Do you think this weasel is somehow connected to the murder?
Oh, no. I don't cross paths like that. All I want is for you to succeed in your investigation. I would never complicate things for you.
Oddly, it seems to be true.
You made it cleaned up after the killers, though.
Believe me, Harry, he's a nobody. Just your basement variety nobody. Can't imagine him being connected to a high-caliber case like this.
It does seem odd.
But he does live nearby. Maybe it's a pedantic weasel. Fascists are known to be neat freaks. I feel like a real detective right now, Harry. Am I getting this right?
He imitates bashing something with an imaginary baton. Great technique. You'd make a fine Sergeant Evrart.
Really? I'm not so sure about it.
No.
Oh, you're too kind, Harry. Way too kind. I know I'm not a real police officer. You are.
Alright, good
Was
talk,
it a good
Evrart.
talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
Oh.
I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
Yet?
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat. He's been hurt too much in the past by men who aren't social democrats.
What's that supposed to mean? I'm more left than you are, asshole.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What signatures would those be?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates.
I don't think I believe you on that one, Evrart, although it's possible, actually, weirdly, because it's clear that he spends a lot of money on the community. Not out of, like, the kindness of his heart, but because he needs them on his side to prevent people like us cops from doing anything or having any authority here, but he gets the community on his side by spending money on them. And intimidation, but also by spending money.
There's a nameless
Carrot
little
stick.
street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
Gotcha, you're gonna demolish a bunch of people's houses to build the youth center. Where's this place exactly?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
What'll happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Okay, his claims that they're not getting
Is he
demolished.
absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Yeah. Are you absolutely sure?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them.
Don't
We're
believe
gonna
you.
build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
What do you think?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Claire was very useful.
Steady
As
surprise.
I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, Well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martin A's, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying
did.
as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
If I happen to be there, I might
You
ask.
bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here,
He hands you an open white
you
envelope.
need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
Right. So I've just had a look into the local drug trade, Evrart.
You've got a lot of spirit clearing up the drug problem alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now, let's talk real business.
Actually, Revachol doesn't have a mayor. He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
He doesn't care. It probably is.
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing by all means, Harry. What's
What's a
on your
container
mind?
inside your
My
office?
dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Well, it was attached to the Kvalsu
Harry,
train.
you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
I see. Well, we didn't get much out of that, actually, to be honest. I mean, truth be told, he just told us it was Titus, but we kind of know it was Titus. Unless there's something much more elaborate going on, it seems pretty likely that it was Titus.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. You attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. And, as it's always been, it's impossible to open a container with...
Tragic. Can't believe we couldn't talk this container into opening. Alright, now we go interview that guy in the apartments. Because it's past 9. No, you can't get to them through here, right? You gotta go around back. Big new area opening tomorrow, so we want to clear out as much as we can tonight still. Right, which apartment was this? It was upstairs. Not this way, up there. How do I forgot how these apartments work. Ah, through here? Where the heck? Oh. 5 real. I don't think I was in this place before. Not really anything here though, except Oh, that's right, the woman outside is sleeping in the furnace room. Her. Door... no. I was through these apartments once before, but I was half asleep. Ah, here. Your distant traffic. Night is falling on the city. A maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Oh, we gotta wait till tomorrow at 9 p.m.? What was wrong with today at 9 p.m.? I didn't catch the tomorrow bit. Okay, well, let's go talk to Joyce some more. Did we tell her about the drug trade? Not sure. Be nice to find our badge. Maybe we hold off and see if by some miracle tomorrow we find our badge. We could just ask her a bunch of stupid questions about the world first.
Good. What can I...
Thanks for watching, detectives. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And have a nice day, detectives. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.